Welcome back, TTS Daily Tuesday edition with me, Yi. Quickfire news, quickfire stories today actually. 7 stories, 2 from China, 1 in South Korea, 2 in Malaysia, 2 in Singapore. That's about it. If any most interesting stories, point of note is, if you want to wear bracelet, right, wear them loose, really. Just really wear them loose. When you see story 2, you know why I talk about it. Because, yeah, anyway, excited, to keep building with all you, everyone. Thank you for being here with us. Recently, finalizing the new place, trying to beautify it. Because this OG background is so hard to beat, so trying to make a nice background for you all, even though, does it matter? Does the background matter? Well, it matters to me. A Chinese couple was staying at a DoubleTree hotel in Suzhou, Wujiang by Hilton when suddenly a shirtless and barefoot man entered their room and stood at the hallway of their room staring at them silently. So apparently the wife saw the man entered first and woke her husband up, and this happened on October 28, 2025 at around 12 midnight. So bro got woke up by his wife and they were both staring at this shirtless and barefoot man standing at the hallway of their room, already inside their room mind you, and the man was just like silently watching at them. Bro was frightened, terrified, as you can see, and he told the man, please leave, and trying to calm his wife, calm down honey, maybe he just entered the wrong room. And this shirtless and barefoot man looks equally confused to me, because what happened was he is actually the guest of the next room. So he probably entered the room thinking it is his room, and he's probably just as confused thinking, why are there strangers sleeping on my bed? That's why you could probably see at this scene here, he was seen checking the wardrobe, trying to check whether this was his room, was his belongings in the wardrobe, and he then left the room. Obviously the couple were terrified. They informed reception and also informed the authorities, the police, and now hotel has stated that the intruder is a guest from the adjacent room, and a front desk staff member mistakenly issued a keycard granting access to the wrong room, and also somehow besides this wrong keycard, the couple's room door lock was also malfunctioning and failed to secure properly or trigger an alarm. So many questions here, and one more question that I have to ask is, what was the brother from the next room doing barefoot and shirtless coming back to his room at 12 midnight? Where had he been? Alright, we're still in China, but viewer discretion advised, because the picture you're gonna see, it's disturbing. So a 33-year-old woman from Fujian, China required surgery because she's wearing a silver bracelet and a string of beads around her hand for over 10 years, which she has not even removed for bathing or sleeping, or basically she never removed them. And over the 10 years, she increased in size, so which also made her wrist, bigger. But she continued wearing them even though it is like tightening and restricting her movement, even though the constriction has caused severe swelling and infection actually, but the woman actually thought, is it like eczema, so like a rash, and she just ignored it until one day when she really observed her bracelet. She noticed, why does it look like the silver bracelets and my string of beads, it looks like they're embedded into my flesh, okay. So she went to the doctor, and doctor successfully removed the bracelet through surgery, and the patient has since recovered. But as you know, that was basically an infection with pus, with tissue damage. I mean, you can see how, that's why I had the viewer discretion. I mean, just look at the bracelet and the beads here. Okay, a picture tells 1,000 words. So yeah, so if you want to wear your bracelets, please wear them loose. And if it's too tight, I go and restring them or give them to someone else, or wear the bangle as a necklace or something, I don't know, but if it's tight, don't wear it. Simple rule, okay? So recently, this YouTuber, Kwak, Hyeol-su, with over 220,000 subscribers, shared on her YouTube how she had a very traumatic experience last year, 23rd May, around 2 AM, when she got SA'd. So what happened was, She went out drinking, and then it was so late she missed the last bus, so she had to take a taxi. But because she was so intoxicated, she passed out in a taxi, and the taxi driver parked the taxi in an apartment parking lot, and the taxi driver actually climbed over to the back and SA'd her. She woke up and tried to resist and struggle, and she was in pain, and she passed out for the second time. The first time was because she was intoxicated and she blacked out when she got into the taxi. And she also mentioned that she has no experience of fornication, so it was extremely painful and she passed out from that. Now, she said that she has reported the incident to the police after some time, and the police was questioning her like, why didn't you report the incident after it happened? And she's like trying to explain, it's not as easy as you think to report such incident to the authorities after it happened. People are in shock, they are trying to process things before they finally have the courage to report to the authorities. And she also mentioned, despite reporting the incident, there has been not much significant progress for her case. They cried for the last 331 days out of 365 days since the event, suffered physical and mental health, though they tried maintaining a healthy routine. Also why she switched her content to more healthy lifestyle, diet and daily life content. And she also shared that a subscriber of hers also shared a similar experience of being SA through email to her. That is why she's making this video to increase social awareness on the dangers of ladies, not just ladies, even men, traveling late at night, be it by public transport or private transport. As long as you're late at night, you're intoxicated, you black out, you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable state. Anything can happen here when you black out, because of intoxication. So if you're gonna go out to drink, you have to control and don't get intoxicated. Also, if you have to take a transport, public or private, preferably if you're going to be out late at night, go with someone you trust, travel in pairs, travels in groups, control your drinking, don't get intoxicated, and stay safe out there. Okay, this is an update on a Roblox case in Malaysia, Johor, Malaysia, when the 9-year-old elder brother actually struck out at his younger 6-year-old brother because the younger brother somehow made him lose a bunch of Roblox points in the game Roblox. So now the Malaysian government is considering banning Roblox. And Minister Nancy Shukri said the ban is under discussion and will reference Australia's December 2025 regulation where Roblox seeks exemption from an under-16 social media ban due to risks like predators and adult content. And Communication Minister has confirmed a meeting with Roblox reps and is mulling licensing 10 games, which includes Roblox, which he deems unsuitable for kids under 16. And he himself has also banned his kids from playing them. Good step in the right direction. For some context, my children also, I do not allow them to play Roblox. Okay, so if you have roof tiles such as these pretty common clay roof tiles or ceramic roof tiles, be careful because people can actually gain access through your home through these tiles. So what happened in Johor Bahru, Malaysia was a couple left their home empty to eat dinner, and then a burglar let himself in through the toilet ceiling, and the toilet ceiling had this kind of pretty common clay roof tiles. The burglar then used tools to pry open locked cabinets, taking valuables without breaking in through doors or windows because his access point was the roof tiles. This happened on October 31st in Jalan Anggrek, Taman Anggrek, Johor Bahru. So the family finally returned home and discovered all the ransacked rooms, and they lost items roughly totaling up to 20,000 ringgit, which is about 6,700 SGD. So once again, if you have such tiles, maybe you want to check to make sure they aren't exactly loose or susceptible to being easy entry for burglars. It was Halloween night, 6:55 PM, and a lady was just waiting for her brother outside his unit in Chinatown, and she was actually unaware that she was secretly being filmed and even being followed by a 38-year-old man for the last 30 minutes. So this is so horrifying to hear, as have you ever pondered, did someone take a picture of me Did someone film me? Did someone followed me? And she suddenly heard a loud commotion behind her, discovering that it was actually her brother and her sister-in-law confronting the 38-year-old man and then taking his phone away. And that was when her brother realized that there was several other numerous videos in the man's phone of other victims changing clothes. And there was also videos of his sister himself taken by the man from a floor above, from a level above, as you can see from this picture here. And then the man, begged to be let go, asked for another chance, claiming that there are still many things that he has not done what he intended to do, asking for another chance. But the family called the police and the man has been arrested for void. And the woman claimed she's afraid of the man who looks like he might be staying in the neighborhood, and she also has stayed in the neighborhood for the last 20 years, always felt safe there, but is now traumatized, thinking, you never know when someone is actually secretly filming you, or even worse in this case, been secretly following you for the past 30 minutes. And the man, his reason why he followed the lady is because he found her pretty. Did you know that some hawkers in Singapore are starting to charge 20 cents for additional bowls and plates? Yeah, I'm not talking about like a bowl of white rice. I'm talking about an empty bowl and empty plate. Basically, rent a bowl, rent a plate for 20 cents each additional, So this has been happening at Bukit, Canberra Hawker Centre, where at least 7 stalls have notices up right now listing charges for extra bowls and plates, 20 cents each, and also warning customers not to take them without permission. So what is going on right now? I mean, it is quite common, sometimes, if you have young children, you can order one portion of food and ask for an extra plate so that the children can share the food, because sometimes they can't finish one adult-sized portion, right? But apparently at this hawker center, at least 7 of these stalls, if you want to have an extra plate, empty plate, like, can I get an empty plate? Can I get an empty bowl? Yeah, 20 cents each. Rent a bowl, rent a plate. So what happened is, one of the stall owners shared that, cleaning fee went up from 6 Singapore dollars to 7 Singapore dollars per box. So, and stores usually use 1 to 2 boxes for cleaning a day. So if everyone is taking a lot of extra empty bowls and plates, that would mean more bowls and plates to clean per day. So because of this extra cost increase in cleaning fee, so now certain stores have decided, they have to start charging additional fees for extra bowls and plates. I mean, look, the F&B industry is not easy, and Singapore is also experiencing a crunch in the F&B industry. So, I don't know, man. Maybe you want to bring extra utensils or paper plates the next time if you're traveling out with young children to hawker centers, especially if you're going to Bukit, Canberra Hawker Centre. Remember, at least 7 stalls there have these notices up right now. Where a 9-year-old boy, allegedly driven by hallucinations after his 6-year-old brother damaged his phone and wiped out over 1 million Robux points in the game Roblox. The 9-year-old boy was deeply engrossed in his Roblox game. This is a very popular online game platform with over 200